right, well, hello and welcome back as we are getting ready for the first game of two tonight as we are going to have the Havana Highflyers up against the Steinhatchee Scallops. As you can see on your screen, a little bit of a uneven, well actually no, I'm wrong in trying to say what I'm saying. A bit quite an even game, at least by the standings. One's 2 and 5, one's 1 and 6, and they're only one spot apart in 8th and 9th. Of course, the next week is a lot easier for Steinhatchee, playing 2 and 5 Miami instead of 6 and 1 Chicago, but might not matter depending on this game as we move then to our weekly schedule. That top one, definitely one to circle. Second will matter as well, but we'll see, especially given I don't think Calgary will have their full lineup, so we'll see how that one goes, and then all the rest, of course, matter for the playoff picture. Look at our standings, still only that top three locked in, with Calgary a step ahead of New York and Santa Carla, Miami and Havana on the outside looking in, and then Steinhatchee and Arcadia trying to cling to their chances. Looking then at our clinched teams, you can see that the three, and they're also still in their standings order. Not a lot of the switch up that we've seen in Pixel. Moving then down to our scenarios, and guys, I gotta be honest here. At least some of these, I don't, they're not as fully, locked in simple as they could be. Because I honestly do not know. I stared at so many ties, so many options, and some of these teams, I just could not synthesize it. I just did not know how to phrase it. So, Calgary is one that I know more. That, as of now, they clinch, they win, they're in. Or, if either of those two teams lose, they're also in. These two, a little bit more unsure. As, by the way, we'll talk about these more because we do have our teams in. I'll talk about them as we're going, and I'll probably have more time to actually show them off in a different game. But as far as your stats before we get started here, Banks and Yami are your key players, and the averages are tied 3-3. And so, that leaves things looking quite even. And so I think in terms of a matchup, Havana are going to be extremely favored here, especially with Cozy stepping into one day for his team. But we'll see on the field as we do load in early here for game number 1 of the night, with Havana taking on Steinhatchee. So the most important thing, as that is on the goal line, will it go in though? No, Yami manages to keep it away. The main idea for these two teams you need to care about is if Steinhatchee lose, they're locked to the play-in. They cannot get top 6. And Havana have a decent shot if they go 2-0. A loss puts them in a tough spot, although I think they need more than a loss to actually be locked in. So, Havana realistically might need a win if they want top 6, but it's possible if they lose. Steinhatchee are a game behind them, and so they absolutely need this win. This one's around the corner, going around, dropping down. Yami trying to wait under it. There's 150 back again. Banks trying to wait behind it as this one's played away. And so looking at the scenarios, kind of the baseline. Obviously you have New York, Santa Carla, Miami, and Havana, who are the 4 teams, 2 above, 2 below the line, tied with each other. And so it mostly comes down to those teams. That Calgary are a game ahead, so they need a win or some teams losing. Santa Carla and New York are on the line, so they need a win and some things, as that one's shot, but it's saved away by 8-Bit Man. And then similarly on the other side, Miami, Havana on the line need a loss and some things to happen, while Arcadia and Steinhatchee are one game below the line. They need a loss or some things happening. You know, so we have a couple sets in both directions, and the scenarios themselves are kind of awful, but hey, we'll figure it out. And so far, Steinhatchee are figuring it out because Yami has goal number 1. Mello just far too patient, tries to clear it, but Yami dunks it right back in. And just like that, it is 1-0 for the Scallops, 2 minutes in. And so, I mean, as I said, some teams, I think especially Steinhatchee and Havana, I tried to look at their scenarios and ties and everything, and I really just didn't know how to place it that well. And so I summarized it with a basic, that they lose or they win, and the other teams win or lose, you know? Like, factually, that would in fact clinch or eliminate them. There might be different scenarios, there might be simpler scenarios, but I have no idea. And so I put what's there, and similarly to other teams, this might be a week where I just have the conditions up there, and then as the results play out, I'll have to look back at things and go, okay, they are actually eliminated. But again, we'll see, as there are a lot of important games to go this week, and we won't really know until they happen. This, of course, the first of those, as Mello tries to pop this one across, looking for a teammate, but Banks not able to jump in, and Yami will get a touch out. Hey, Bitman going to get bumped a little bit as he gets that demo. Now Red Guy bangs it forward, but it's right at Cozy, who plays it the other way. Banks now bringing it down, but it bounces out, and 8-Bitman is there to punish. And it's 2-0 Scallops. As Banks, just a bad catch and not able to recover it because they put the pressure on him. And just like that, the Scallops double their lead and have a little bit more breathing room here in game number 1. Mello now trying for some control. Havana, of course, still looking for their first goals of this game. As that one's popped down into the corner by Red Guy. He'll look to follow it up. That one is shot, and it's in. Not on the field, but he'll see the text on screen as Banks gets the Highflyers on the board. 95 seconds left to go. Maybe a little bit late, but hey, still time enough. As we'll see that a good start, of course, to a comeback. But they need more. They need another one if they're going to pull it all the way back. As Red Guy will leave this one off to Banks. Banks on the dribble. How about 2? Banks ties the game. Red Guy plays the 50, and Banks takes advantage, taking the dribble and flicking it over both defenders. And just like that, the Scallop lead evaporates. And Havana have taken this game even, although not for long. It's Yami who wins the race at midfield, and it's just in. 8-Bitman does take an extra touch, which, depending on the angle, might have been necessary, it looks like. But the end result is that Steinhatchee get another goal on the board. And just like that, it is a lead back over to Steinhatchee. And we're at just over 1 minute left to play here. Mello now trying to center it out. Banks, though, beat by Yami, and that'll clear all the way downfield. Now we're on the outside. Red Guy misplays it. This will get awkward, but Mello's able to get it out to the side. Mello now a flick. Tapped by Yami. It'll go up in the air. Now there's a demo in the corner. Cozy will be alone for a moment, but he's able to make the play. Keeps it out to the side wall and keeps his team in the lead. This one on the outside now. Red Guy trying to center it out. 8-Bitman up in the air. Red Guy won't connect, but Mello will. There's no one back until Yami closes it down. But the follow-up is saved by Yami again. Cozy now trying to win it away. That one down. And 8-Bitman this time dives in. It's very close, very scary here. But Steinhatchee are holding on. 10 seconds left to go as 8-Bitman sends it all the way downfield. Havana need to go full field, and they will not be able to do it. It's instead another goal down to Cozy. That makes it 4-2 at the end of the game. And Steinhatchee, despite being underdogs, are going to cling to their lead and start the series from in front. As I'll have to check the ball chasing for shots because we'll see Mello drop out. But, I mean, from what we can see, it's already extremely Havana favored. And yet they're just not able to take this win down. Steinhatchee, as you see even Red Guy commenting on, just really focusing on the defense and then kind of taking advantage of the offensive chances given to them. It didn't feel like we saw insane offense. It didn't feel like we saw like crazy plays. It was just they got the dunk, they got the pressure, and it dunked through. And so, as we load in now for game number 2, we're going to need to see a little bit cleaner play on the defensive side from Havana. And then, of course, we're going to need to see them get more pressure out of it as well. This one, though, played forward by Yami as the Scallops look to threaten early. Banks will get it dunked out to the side. As, by the way, looking in at our ball chasing. As before that, though, Red Guy gets the first goal of the game, and it's first blood over to Red Guy. Gets up, gets the read. He met back. I was going to say, that was a pretty good shot. Manages to sneak it under the defense. And by the way, the shooting in that first game was 12-6, so double the shots for Havana. And yet, it was Steinhatchee who got double the goals, going 75% from the field there. This one drops down. Cozy trying to bang it up in the air. Banks now going to knock it down. He'll jump again, uses a full tank of boost, but does play it down into the corner. Rolling back now. Mello fakes that one out. Red Guy tries to move in, but it's still dunked back into the corner. Yami a long clear. Banks a bit of a giveaway. Red Guy's alone, but he's able to dive across for it. Approaching 1 minute here. Certainly a better start from the Highflyers, but quite far from convincing so far. As Yami tries to center this one around, it'll drop down off the right wall. A bit of a miss on that one. Banks now off the backboard. Red Guy there, dumped away, and then the touch by Banks makes sure it stays wide. Over a minute played, still a 1-goal lead, but once again, Steinhatchee looking good on defense. And it's a defense that they're willing to play, although finally a crack shows. Cozy not quite able to make that read as it floats just above him. And so Mello able to snipe the right side of the net. And the defense not able to get in the way, and so 82 seconds into this game, it is now a multi-goal lead for Havana. But of course, last game, Havana were able to erase a 2-goal Steinhatchee lead, so definitely won't feel too comfortable just yet. Well, now looking for a pop-up. He'll play it himself, getting a control touch, although won't get much more with it, just a 50. Red Guy, though, trying to follow it up, as also there was Banks, but doesn't go too far behind him, and so Mello's able to cut in and keep the pressure going. Banks now 50 off the back wall. Red Guy down. Banks pop, saved by Yami, but Mello is there. 2 for him, 3 for Havana, and it's 3-0 just under 2 minutes into the game. It's still quite early, but they're looking pretty good as they are in a convincing position here in this game, en route to tying up the series. Off the back wall again, though. There's a Bitman, and that one was kind of gifted. Pinched wide of Mello by Cozy, and then 8-Bitman just dives in, smacks it dead center, and of course it goes straight through. And so just like that, it is now a 2-goal lead as Steinhatchee do manage to cut into it. This one up in the air again, though, by Cozy, trying to win it forward. Now Banks will catch it down to the side. Banks off the corner. Yami dropping it down. He'll follow it up, but Mello dunks it away. Mello now staying with it. Wins a 50. That'll be just wide of the net. Yami trying to dive back. Gets a piece of it, as now it drops back down. Cozy trying to get it forward. This one now sent around the outside. Banks looking for the drop down, but 8-Bitman's able to tap it away. Mello now off the back wall. This one 50'd back away. Red Guy waiting under it. Yami over to the right side. Now Banks another 50 back towards the center. Cozy off the left side. Banks trying to keep it close, but 8-Bitman will take it away. Now another shot down. Red Guy trying to collect it, and he'll guide it out to the corner as there are 2 minutes left to go. It is still a lead here for Havana as this game has slowed down a whole lot more. Still just sitting at 3-1 as we approach that 100-second left to go mark. Cozy now trying to pop it up in the air again. Red guy will drop it down. Now popped around the outside. Mello trying to get it away, but it's 50'd in, and the Scallops have a 1-goal game. 3-2 with just over a minute and a half left. It is back down to 1. And so we'll have to see Havana focus in. I know this one's dunked away. Now red guy trying to send it downfield. Off the right side, Mello jumping up, but it's dunked the other way by Yami. Banks now alone. Guides it wide of the corner for now. Now cleared away. Bitman will chase it down. Waiting on the backboard though. This one will drop down. 50'd back. Red guy's there. There's the goal they needed. It 50's out to red guy. He slams it top of the net. And after giving up 2 straight, Havana get one back. They regain their multi-goal lead. Now another one played away. Yami trying to track it down the sideline as well. Banks up in the air. Cozy off the back wall. Double down. Does he look like a one-day? Because I'm not convinced. Cozy slams it to the back wall and drops it in. No one can defend. And it is a 1-goal game yet again with 38 seconds left to go. Banks now up towards the ceiling, gets a reset, pop forward, looks for that backflip touch, but not able to get much with it. As Havana are pushing up, trying to pressure away the clock, but now it goes the other way until Banks dunks it right back in. 20 seconds to go now. Yami trying to control, but red guy's diving. Even 50 down to Mello. 8-Bit-Man wins the next one, and Cozy can get a clear downfield. Banks now catching. Pops it off the corner. Cozy won't connect. 8-Bit-Man, that one centered a little bit too awkward, but they'll get it away. Now they just need to find the ground, and Steinhatchee can't keep it alive. And so Havana pulled this game back. It definitely got a little bit close, but they managed to, despite getting outshot 9-7 this game, they managed to get that extra goal to win it 4-3. And so as we move towards game number 3 on Urban Central, this series is all tied up at 1. And so it comes down to the next game to see which side can get up to match point first. As we now load in game number 3, as by the way, in case you're wondering what they're talking about in the chat, in the post game, red guy said not 0-7 this time, and then he said if I go 0-7 next game, I'm retiring, I believe. So hey, we're on watch for that. And this one's centered out. Banks trying to clear it forward. It's red guy up in the air, but he'll have to fake it down. 8-Bit-Man though falling for the bait. Banks will center. It's a bit too strong. And now this one's 50 to cross again. Red guy trying to play it in, but it pops straight up off Banks. Now Mello trying to play it down. Off the backboard. Yeah, and he'll play it off the right side as well. Red guy now trying to play it away. Cozy out off the corner. Mello now centered out yet again. Banks trying to drop it in. Now a dunk down by red guy. 1 minute elapsed. No goals on the board just yet. Yami dives in for this one, though. He beats 2, and it's open for 8-Bit-Man. First blood to Steinhatchee for the first time since game number 1. as it's a double commit. Neither player gets a piece of the ball, and it just rolls free back into their net. Off the left side again here, Banks will let it go. Yami wins the battle. 2-0. Steinhatchee double their lead. A position we saw them in game number 1, of course. But despite how close that one got, still a very strong position for them to be in. This one's 50'd out towards the right wall. Cozy trying to play it away on the air. Joel getting it down towards the net, and then Red Guy blocks it away. Oh, Bitman another center. Mello trying to get it away. Up to the left wall. Yami around the outside. This one dropping down, looking for the play. It'll get 50 to cross. 8-Bitman now another clear. Red Guy following it up. He'll leave it off to Banks. Banks from the side, off the ceiling. Red Guy off the backboard, but 8-Bitman's there to make it awkward. And so the attack kind of stalls for Havana as now two of them try to work together, but it doesn't result in too much until Banks is able to win that next 50 forward. Banks now around the outside again, popped up in the air. That one tapped back. Red Guy off the left side. 8-Bitman now trying to send it downfield. Looking for the playaways. This one will get tapped back. Mello up in the air. That one down. Dunk just under him as now Red Guy's forced to be patient. 8-Bitman clean double, but Red Guy's able to get up and get it away. Thanks now another one centered across. Mello trying to wait under it. Will get a flick downfield. Around the corner. Mello looking for a center, but it's just cleared away in the end. As now high in the air again. Yemi tries to play it down into the corner. 8-Bitman not able to get too much on it as it's dropped down. Mello won't get there. Red Guy rolls it, but Cozy catches a piece of it. We're once again seeing the Scallop defense shine as they have sustained this lead, and they're getting chances on the other end as that was another mistake overcommit by Havana. But fortunately for them, that time the shot rings just wide off the post. And then dropping down again. This one popped out by Red Guy. Mello there. It's wide. Red Guy next, but 8-Bitman gets it away. Now bouncing in. This one off the back wall. Mello looking for a 50. 8-Bitman able to take it down. Now looking for the dribble. Pushed up the left side. It'll drop back in. Banks off the back wall. Yami gets it away. Mello now up in the air yet again. 8-Bitman trying to catch it down. Banks the shot. Cozy the save. Red Guy now a clear in. Saved away for the moment as Cozy wins it downfield. Banks waiting on Yami, but it's a good touch out to the corner. Problem is he kind of loses possession from there. And now Steinhatchee close in, but Red Guy looking to get it away. Banks bumped up into it, but won't get much done as Mello now drops it back down into him. He'll go across the net. But it's 70 seconds left to go. And so far, not looking too good for Havana in this game as we just haven't seen them have any threat. That one now bouncing across the Red Guy, trying to wait on it. That's over Mello. At the very least, it'll waste more time. Banks now. Oh, okay. I was going to say almost, but there was nothing almost about that. I don't know. Banks goes for the catch. It goes the wrong way. Then he tries to follow it up and ends up beating Red Guy. And so that one goes into his net. And it's now 3-0. And with 50 seconds left to go, I think I'm about ready to say this game should just be over. Obviously, there is time for a comeback, but Havana just haven't shown anything at all in this game. It feels like their offense is there, but Steinhatchee are easily responding to it. And then they're making so many mistakes on the defensive half that are just giving free opportunities over. As Mello finally gets a chance, and okay, there's one. 28 seconds, sure not a lot of time, but at least it's something. As Mello a double down, maybe a little bit of revenge there as it skips off 8-Bitman for the last touch. But the end result is that it is a goal on the board for the Highflyers as they look for a miracle comeback here. 20 seconds left to go. They need a goal here very soon. That one 50'd up to the sidewall. Banks trying to read it. Won't be there. Popped up, floating. Cozy will knock it away again. Time now runs short. Banks will try. Saved away. And with that, there will not be a chance for Havana as they fall back into their Game 1 habits. And the Steinhatchee Scallops are one game away from taking down the Highflyers. I mean, I think Havana were likely viewed as one of the lowest power ranked teams when they traded for this roster. Then you see last week a bit of a change because they beat New York, who are a quite strong team. As I didn't call out the shooting, and they did leave the lobby, and so I will have to look at the ball chasing for that one yet again. But in general, it felt like, okay, this might be their chance. They looked pretty good in this series. Maybe they will be a dangerous team. But now with Cozy, who of course has played incredibly well, stepping in as a one day from Pixel, Havana still just look outplayed. They're outplaying themselves, and they're letting Steinhatchee outplay them as well. And by the way, the shots in that last game was very even, but it was 8-6 in favor of Havana, and yet it really didn't feel like they should have scored in that game at all. And so you need to see more meaningful built-up offense, and then of course you need to see less defensive errors, but that one is all Yami. As it's 50'd off the sidewall by 8-Bit Man, and then Yami dives in, snipes the top right corner. And it is 1-0 for the Scallops, 24 seconds in. Popped up in the air again, Cozy trying to 50 it downfield, dropping down. That one gets by him, 8-Bit Man's shot doubled back, and now it's Mellow on it. Mellow in the air, dropping back down, but that one's 50'd back behind him. Cozy now trying to get it away as this one is popped across. Banks up towards the left wall. Will be forced to leave it as that one is shot. A red guy will get the save. Yami there, but Banks dives back in. Now cleared away. Banks there, won't get a piece of it, and it'll fall short. Great back pass, but Mellow only loses a 50, and so it goes right back the other way. Now drop down, Banks trying to play it in. He's there, he shoots. He has been the player for Havana, and he will do it again. That's the first goal of the game for the Highflyers, and that'll tie things right back up. So Havana will be able to keep this one close, but of course, still quite a ways left to go, and they still need at least one more if they're gonna get a win in this game. So this one's dropped down again. Play it away. Banks up off the sidewall, beat out by Yami. Yami now trying to drop it down. That one is cleared away. Down off the ceiling again. Cleared forward by 8-Bit Man. Mellow already there. Will get another touchdown that Banks is there for. He'll pop it over one, but no one challenges Yami, and Yami gets it away again. Now around the outside. Cleared away. This one down off the ceiling. Banks a long shot, but it is just off target. Under 3 minutes left to go now. Pressure still on for Havana, who need a lead in this game. 8-Bit Man, though, going to send it downfield as it's down off the corner. Mellow off the left wall as well. Banks trying to get it away. Fake there. Red guy. Dribble, but Yami stays patient and gets the clear away. Mellow's clear now hard, and Red guy won't be able to get a piece of it. Cozy a misread as well, but plenty of time for 8-Bit Man before Banks will jump it before Cozy can jump. Yami. Musty will get over one. Banks is there to get the next. 8-Bit Man now trying to slow it down. Banks just going to play a 50. That'll go just about even. Cozy's there for the next touch, but Red guy will dunk it away. Now at midfield, Mellow lets it by him. Banks will take advantage. He'll bang it down. Off the backboard, Red guy in the air, Demo in the net, but Cozy's not having it. He dunks it out to the side, and this game stays tied. Although this one's cleared down, but it is wide yet again, and 8-Bit Man just able to slow play it and air dribble it off the back wall. clearing the line and once again holding this game level. As Yami now up into the corner, pass across, but it's a red guy there for the free clear. That one will beat one, and that second touch will beat another. Mello trying to play it in from the third man position, as this one will drop down. Banks now, that one faked under him. Red guy trying to go around the outside, looking for a demo. He's got it. Mello will die, but Cozy gets enough, and it's 50 high. Bitman now diving in around the corner, 50 up to the ceiling. Mello waiting under it, and Yami will get another one cleared downfield. Banks now in the air, 70 seconds left to go. Cozy will get bumped, and Red Guy will get it around another. He looks to do it himself. It's saved for now, and Banks is dunked the other way. Steinhatchee survive, and this game once again remains tied. Cozy now down off the ceiling. Out around the corner, Red Guy trying to flick it across. There's a shot by Banks. It's barred down and it stays out. Mello now down off the back wall. This one cleared away to Yami. Now Banks up in the air again. Mello trying to get it forward. Cozy out to the left wall. Banks down off the floor. It'll rebound right back out. Cozy now trying to get it away again. Red Guy slows it down. 20 seconds left to go. Havana still in need of a goal, but it's in front of their net until it's just barely cleared away there by Red Guy. Cozy in the air again though. Another dunk, and it's Mello to keep it away. Time running down, and as it strikes zero, we will head on. It sure seems to overtime in game number 4. A Havana goal sends us to one more. A Steinhatchee goal ends this series here. This one's up off the ceiling. It'll get dropped back down and then cleared away. Cozy off the back wall. Now play to the right again. Yami now jumping in. This one will get knocked down. Banks are on the outside. Red Guy will 50 it down the sideline. Now Cozy waiting with it yet again. He'll get the touch away. Cozy in the air. Banks will drop it down off the corner. Banks now around the outside again, looking for another touch as Yami knocks it down. Mello off the corner. Red Guy saved by 8-Bit Man. 50 back up in the air. Mello saved again by Yami. Banks now jumps by it as Cozy's 50 goes right back across. Mello now trying to drop it down. Red Guy waiting with it. Dunked out off the corner. Now played off the back wall yet again. 8-Bit Man up in the air, trying to get it away. Dropping it in, but Red Guy dunks it away again. Over a minute played here, and still we continue. Cozy another one dunked down. Red Guy trying to play it out to the side as a back pass, and now it's 50'd wide. Rolling around. Mello jumps but won't flip right and won't get there. Banks now up off the right wall again. And Yami tries to play it downfield. Banks trying to drop it back in. Now Mello downfield. This one rolling down, bouncing back up. 8-Bit Man playing behind as it's 50'd up off the left wall. Banks now another dunk down into the corner. Red Guy waiting under it. He'll pop it straight up. No one can challenge. Mello off the bar. Banks to keep Havana alive. And we go to one more game. It was far from easy. It was far from dominant or even controlled. But Havana outshoot them. At least I believe, as it'll be 8-7. And that one extra shot converts to one extra goal as we load in all the way to Champions Field. One more game to determine our winner. One more game to determine if Steinhatchee stay alive. But let's see which team can get it done under the bright lights here. We've had a lot of close series this week and in the last few weeks through both leagues. But let's see which side can get the win here. As it's 50'd back in again, popped up in the air. Cozy to the back wall, dropping it right back down. It'll bounce up in the air. 8-Bit Man, double, and in! 1-0, Steinhatchee. 9 seconds in. 8-Bit Man drops it off the post and dunks the goalie. Mello unable to get that one away. And so the Scallops will claim first blood in the decider. That guy now trying to control it again, but Yemi's already diving in around the corner. Mello another clear. Now out off the right side, it'll center. Up high over Cozy. 8-Bit Man trying to play it away. This one now popped up. That's a bad touch. Red guy. But Banks going for the bump ends up saving it. Now the defense is recovered and the clear comes through. Banks now around the outside trying to drop this one down. It's a giveaway to Yemi, but Red guy gets a piece of it. Mello now around again. This one down off the ceiling. Banks, that one just barely dunked by 8-Bit Man, but it won't go towards net. Mello up around the right wall again. Now Yami drops it back down. Banks trying to get it downfield. Looking for a pinch across, looking for a bump. Won't find much of either. Mello now another good back pass as Yami will send it long downfield. And it's open! 8-Bit Man again. As Red guy dives in way too far and no one else is playing back. It's 2-0 Steinhatchee. And based on what we've seen this series, this game honestly could just be over. Because when the Scallops have gotten a lead, it has just looked bad from Havana. They've looked desperate and yet unable to score. And then we've seen them make careless mistakes to give away more goals. Now, of course, they got close to a comeback in game 1. We'll see if they can push it a little bit further and complete it in this game. As they still have just over 3 minutes left to go here. This one off the backboard, though. It's Cozy. Saved by Red guy for now. Yami now over to the side wall. This one 50'd back in. 8-Bit Man now trying to play it back in. Mello popping it up again. Cozy, a drop down. Banks, it's wide. Red guy won't read it, and Mello's is not on target. Banks trying to keep it close. It'll be Red guy to turn in. He'll go even on the 50. Red guy now chasing. 50 out again. Banks is there. This time he's through. It's a 1-goal game. Banks finally hits the target, and just before the halfway mark, it is a 1-goal game. Havana now a bit of momentum, but they'll need more, and Banks has it. It's game 1 all over again, as Banks scores 2 straight, and this game is tied. Still a lot of time left to go. And again, it was Steinhatchee that still came back and won game number 1 after this exact sequence of 4 goals happened. So now the question will be, can Havana finish it off? Banks tries to play it around. Here down to the back wall. Red guy trying to dive in. It's up the left side again. Red guy with control. Cozy, though, diving in. Gets a good 50 on it. 8-Bit Man now back up in the air. This one centered out. Cozy will clear it downfield. 8-Bit Man now to the back wall. He'll get a boost steal and a pass center, but Mello's able to dive in and clear to the side. Banks now up without boost. He'll get a fake. Red guy will slam it forward. Yami will dive across and get the touch. The corner again. What does that mean, Bacon? Cleared forward again. Red guy trying to follow it up. 50'd back in. Off the back wall. Mello trying to get it down off the ceiling. Cozy now towards the backboard again. Bouncing away, that one's played wide. That guy now won't get the dunk as Yemi 50s it right through two. Mello's alone, but Cozy didn't have an angle for a shot. And so it goes high, and Havana survive yet again. 70 seconds left to go now. Havana still feeling like they should be winning this game, but Steinhatchee definitely won't give it to them, as they've quite possibly still looked like the better team in this game. And now it's around the outside, dropping it away. Red guy trying to get there. Cozy looking for another 50, and he'll get a good one. Chasing it down, Banks goes the wrong way. Cozy's still on it, but eventually taken away by Mello. That's over Yami as well. A Bitman will keep it in, but all three were used, and no one's there to follow it. 35 seconds left to go now, still a tied game. Banks looking for a 50 down, and it goes back, but no one's ready to shoot it, and Red guy will just possess over to the wall. Red guy now a pass down to Mello. Mello towards net, but an easy enough save for 8-Bit-Man. 8-Bit-Man still waiting under this one as it's rolled up the back wall. Mello down off the ceiling, looking for the touch. Cozy a slot, and it's wide. A ping off the post. All that separated Steinhatchee from stealing it, but instead we go to overtime. Now down off the ceiling again. This one centered back out. It'll pop right back up in the air. Yemi trying to get it away. Down off the left wall and now dunked away. Centered out. Cozy. It's wide. And there's no follow. Red guy now up the right wall. Dunked back in. Mellow up in the air. Looking for the drop down. Yemi will get it away. Banks now up from the left side, looking for a pass down to Red guy. Red guy under it, rolling up the post, but no one else can pressure. Now Red guy just gonna hold it in the corner. 8-Bit-Man trying to get it away, and Mello loses big on that 50. Banks forced to turn around. He misses. It's off the post again. Another game-winning opportunity not taken. As it's off the left wall yet again. Mello a bang yet again. Now around the outside. Mello trying to play it away. Yami off the right side. Popped up again by Red guy. 8-Bit-Man trying to drop it in. Banks now up high in the air. He'll pass it around. Mello saved by Yami. Red guy now trying to get it again. Another shot in, but it's saved yet again. One now rolled away. It's Cozy up off the corner. Mello is beat. It's finally in. Steinhatchee take advantage. They get the game-winning goal, and they will stay alive. At least for now. As I'm going to very quickly ask for an interview, and we'll try to get a quick one if we can, because we do have a game scheduled to start in 2 minutes, and so I certainly can't waste any time. But hey, we're going to see if we can get a quick interview, and then I would do a very quick starting it soon before the next one. But we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Steinhatchee. Not the best season all in all, but Cozy steps in here. You guys get a big win. How's it feel?
Cozy
It feels
carry.
great, Dago. It was close, but it feels good, especially for me.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we played great, so no problems.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, of course, it does feel like you guys will need at least a little bit of help in order to get into that top 6. But do you think you guys have it in you after a win like this?
You know what?
Yeah, honestly.
I believe. Let's go, Scallops. Yeah.
I'm so mad at this. I love that. Love the energy. That's why we won.
That's why
Nah,
he's
bro,
the
if we
manager.
lock in, we get it easily.
We're starting the momentum of greatness. The momentum of greatness, Dago. I'm calling it.
I was gonna say, how was the mental with how close this series was?
Honestly, I was
That
vibing
fine.
personally.
Okay.
Yeah, we were.
You were
Yeah,
kinda
we
belief?
didn't have much worries, bro. We were. Yeah, we're just vibing, man.
Fair
Chilling.
enough. Fair enough. And I mean, last thing I'll ask to keep it quick. Next week, you guys are up against Miami. How do you feel about that matchup now?
Pretty low.
Okay.
We're fine.
I have confidence in my team.
We're so
I
fine.
have full on confidence.
Fair
Yeah, we're
enough.
fine.
All right. Well, congratulations on your win then, and good luck next week.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, and I am very quickly going to wrap things up here because, again, there's a game that's supposed to start now. So I'm going to go offline, immediately go back online, and then we're going to do a quick 2 minutes starting soon, and we'll get into that game. So your final score here, one last time, Steinhatchee Scallops 3, Havana 2. We'll see you pretty much immediately for our next game.